Okay, this is the deck timber that Ron dug up when during the dedication ceremony of the Noah's Ark National Park. He was using his radar for the journalists and dignitaries, and they found with the radar, Ron saw this, and he said, that looks like a piece of timber. And he had never been allowed to dig anything up on Noah's Ark. Here's a close-up of it. But when he did, this piece had been broken off over here and had fossilized like this. It's as if God had preserved this piece for that very moment for them to see. And what's interesting about it, the Bible says that they used gopher wood.
Yes.
And we've discovered that this is laminated like plywood.
Yes.
Many thin layers put together, which would make it super strong. So you can see here, right here, that part of this wood has been worn away, and you can see evidence of layering in here.
Yes.
And when you look on the end here, down here, let me see if I can get the light down here. Excuse me, I'm just going to wet it a little bit because you can see the layers better. It's getting dried out, you can't see it, but there's a layer, there's a layer, here's a layer, and this is a very thick layer right here.
Yes. Yes, I can see it, yes. Totally one, two, three, four. 4 layers.
I think that's all we can see right now.
Yes, 4 layers.
But what else is interesting is it talks about it was covered in pitch. You know, he was told to cover it in pitch. And if you'll look right here, you can see that it looks like some sort of a glue substance or something was oozing out here. Like a lady ices a cake, puts frosting on a cake, and then puts a layer on top, and it squeezes out. And so it looks like it was pressed together with maybe bitumen or something that was very, very strong to laminate the wood.
Yeah.
So this would have been the actual end of the timber because this glue was coming out. But the other end, can you...
Oh, this is the glue.
That's a glue substance that looks as if it's coming out, see?
Oh, it kind of flow out.
That's the pitch.
Now, if you'll turn this around and put the other end down here, I'll let you do it.
I know, this is
kinda,
so heavy, unbelievably heavy.
It's very heavy.
You know, how can wood be so heavy?
Because it's fossilized. It's been replaced by minerals. All of the wood is gone. And molecule by molecule, it was replaced with the substance in the soil up above and fossilized it or petrified it. But you can see here, this is not an end piece. This is a piece that was broken.
Yes.
And it fossilized that way.
Yes, yes.
It's a very, very amazing specimen. But how it came to be found was amazing because it was in front of all the journalists and the governors and all of those people.
So and they allow Ron to, they actually have
Yes.
the soldier dig it up.
Yes, they had
And
the
then-
soldier dig it up, and then as everybody left, the governor of the that was there, who was the head of the event, he told Ron, he says, "You take this home, and you have it tested, because if I give it to my archaeologists here, it'll disappear and we'll never see it again." And Ron put it in the big case with his radar, because that was very heavy, and he could get it out with this in it. No problem. They wouldn't have had a problem anyhow with rocks.
Right,
You know.
right. So this was sent to the lab?
Yes. where we have taken slices of
Okay.
it here. But before that,
Oh.
Ron did take it to the lab, and I'm going to give you a book in a minute where I've published all of Ron's data up to the time of his death. And they did test it and found out that it does contain organic carbon. If it didn't have organic carbon in it, then you couldn't prove that it had once been something living. It's got a lot of inorganic carbon, but any organic carbon at all is evidence that this had once been a substance that was organic at one time.
Understand. Oh,
Yeah. Yes, it's
I think
amazing.
it's so amazing that, the Bible
Yeah,
is like, man, it's right in front of your eyes.
it is.
And God preserved this to such a time like this.
Exactly. The timing was perfect. The
Yeah.
timing was perfect.
And the time is so near. That's why he's, in his plan
Yeah.
to reveal it.
Yes. Did you look at this yet? Okay.
Yeah, please, yeah.
Okay. Yes. I was there when Ron found this. He was not allowed to take anything from the actual ark itself. That was what he was told. So I think it was in 1990 or 91, maybe it was 91. There were a lot of us there, and we were walking up onto the ark, and there, right off of the ark, not on it, right off of it, Ron saw this, and he picked it up, and he gave it to Delavar Avci, who was his taxi driver.
Okay.
And Delavar just put it in his pocket, and then when they were standing on the ark, Ron took it out, said, "Hand me that," and they looked at it, and it's very clearly a rivet and a washer. Now we've had to.
This is a washer.
That's the washer, and we did have it tested, and it is made out of some space age metals. It's got titanium, strontium, aluminum, things in there that we did not even know how to alloy until the 20th century.
Yeah.
So Noah was not a dumb old caveman. He was he had the wisdom of God with him. Yeah. Pretty amazing.
Luke wouldn't tell him about this?
Ron made that. He had that made by the time I met him, that model. And he determined the things in it from radar. Now what we do know is that not very much of this structure was really evident, but what he did, when he would find something on the radar, he would assume symmetry. You know, if he found 2 or 3 of those here and here, maybe one down here, he would just assume. So, but he did, the most interesting thing to me is this area right through here. And he found out from his radar that between these rooms here, we'll call them rooms, cubicles, and the outer portion of where the ribs were, was an intersection that he didn't know what it was. He thought maybe it was a flotation collar. If it was airtight, and sealed, then the air would have, inside it would have made it more buoyant, in the water. That it would have provided some sort of buoyancy. The other thing he thought it could possibly be was for food. He could have put food down in there, but he didn't know. He didn't know. And he found these little cubicles, this configuration. The front of the boat clearly showed a door here. up front.
That's the only one door
Only one door that they
in the
could
Noah's
find.
Ark.
Yes. And it clearly shows inside that door, it goes down and it also goes up. It's a ramp system. So some would have gone down, some would have come up.